So every day, new games are being released on Steam, dozens of them a day free to play, but nobody knows they exist. So that's the purpose of this series is just jump in and take a look at some of them released each week and see if any of them are actually good. If we can find the diamond in the rough, maybe we'll find our game of the week. So let's jump on in and see what we can find. All right, so first up for this week, we have Tempus, A Wizard Awakes. Okay. All right, not sure what all that's about, so let's just jump in. Oh, the sensitivity is high, but fortunately, you're moving with AWSD. Oh, I hold space to charge. Alright. Why can I not charge? Oh, there it goes. Save the critters? What? Is that... I'm guessing that's a bad guy? Well, this one's definitely different right out the door. What is this? Checkpoint, maybe? I'm assuming that's a checkpoint. Let's see if we can fall off. Nope. Okay, so I just can't recharge while I'm in a circle. Is that right? Okay, yeah. I mean, it seems well made, but there's no storyline. So what am I supposed to be doing exactly? I mean, I don't have a health bar. Should I let one of those hit me to see if it kills me? So I guess I have to wait till it's pointing at it. It's like right there. Oh, close. Can I not just hit it from here? No. Okay, there we go. So is this all it is just solving these little mini-game puzzles? Or is there an actual plot somewhere? Yeah, I mean, it is... I hate to say it, it is pretty boring. Yeah, I think we've seen enough to call this one, because it doesn't seem to have any kind of story to go along with it anyway. The graphics are fine, mechanics are fine, plot is non-existent, core gameplay is rather boring. I mean, it's definitely below average. Not horrible, but below average for sure. So we're going to go with a 4 out of 10 for this one. All right, let's go take a look at the next one. Fracta Regna. Oh, pick a country. Just randomize. Okay. So do we have kind of a command and conquer situation here, or risk? You must conquer 50% of enemy points of interest in order to gain their land and rule. Your goal is to attack the enemy strongholds in order to conquer them in strategic battles. This is your territory, contest percentage, first one to 50% wins. So, I mean, do I just click to attack, or... Oh, I can't shoot through it. Okay, so, and I guess I can't attack from a higher elevation. Is that the problem I had earlier? Yeah, so I guess I'm just done there. I think it's an elevation. Well, no, because they are attacking from different elevations. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess that was the game. So you don't have to eliminate everybody, you just have to control at least 50%. Not a bad game. I feel like it would be a good game with multiplayer. It's kind of boring as a single player, but not bad. Solid 5 out of 10, I'd say. On to the next one. Oh, we're off to a rough start. I cannot change the window size, so we're just going to play in the little window here. I'll zoom it in and edit. Oh, and I can't use the mouse. It's keyboard only. Okay, are we Hansel and Greteling this? Somehow the imagery does not match the description. So far, my biggest complaint is just the window size. Everything is so tiny for me here. I feel like this was made in, what was that emulator everybody used to use back in the early 2000s? RPG Maker? The boss of organized crime. Member of the Dead Animal Club? Well, the storyline is definitely different. Is that a grenade launcher? And the dude behind me pushed me. Don't need no stinking badges. What is happening? I wonder how much of the music in this is DMCA. Okay, well that was a start. So, I haven't seen a combat mechanic, so I guess I just have to outrun them. Yeah, what the hell? That's kind of what I'm thinking, Cracker. Turn all the switches. I thought they were all going to disappear. Give me milk, cow. Oh, the chunky kid. So am I supposed to be luring him into the spikes, I guess? Okay, so he only takes damage when he's spinning. Oh, and he had the honey. Nice. Give me that. Wow, that feels old school. I swear this is made in RPG Maker 2000. It feels just like it. Alright. Well, that's the first mission completed. That seems like a good place to stop for a review on this one. My biggest complaint is still just how small the window is. Let me go ahead and zoom back out so y'all can see what I'm having to look at while I'm playing. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. If there was a way to increase the window, that would definitely make it a higher vote. The randomness of the storyline is hilarious. I'm liking the nostalgia because I know I've said it multiple times while recording this, but this genuinely looks like somebody made it in RPG Maker 2000, which is just funny to me. I'm a little bit concerned about the music being DMCA's. So how do I want to rate this? It does have a funny story. The controls are fine. The story, animation's fine. Graphics are fine. I feel like there should be combat. But at the same time, I understand a cookie not being able to defeat a child. That would be kind of weird. So being able to like lure them into the spikes was kind of cool. See, I honestly want to give it a 7 out of 10 if it wasn't for having to play on such a tiny screen. I'm gonna have to knock it down a point for that. We're gonna go 6 out of 10 on this one. All right, on to the next one. Ooh, Unreal. Toxic Harvest is our next one. Why is it glitching out? What is happening? Did it crash? Whoop. Okay, yeah, the game crashed. Let's try that again. All right. I think we're good this time. So no control settings, just graphic settings. Oh, I'm just straight into it. How's the sensitivity? 1, 2. Oh, wow. So that was one turn across the... well, hello. Do I have a way to attack, or am I just supposed to be running from these things? Clicking does nothing. Can I sprint? I can. So I guess I'm trying to get away from the monster spider pumpkin. Where do I go? Oh, I'm out of stamina. So there's no indication of it. But apparently I do have limited stamina. What is my objective other than... Wait, can I jump? I cannot jump, so... Oh, found this pumpkin spider. Where am I going? I have no idea what the objective is. It's a very small map. Is there another level down? Well, I'm dead. Push faster. Okay. Well, I think I at least figured out the objective. So I push it a couple times, kite it around, push it a couple more times, kite it around. Yep, it still knows right where I'm at. I mean, this sucks. I mean, this is by far the worst game I've played yet in this series. But I still want to at least complete it in case there's more to it. Yeah, no, this is... Just go ahead and kill me. I'm done. Yeah, I hate to say it, but this might be our first 0. The graphics are the only semi-redeeming thing about it. You cannot change your controls. You cannot change your sensitivity. It's literally just run away from the thing until it kills you, because since it's so much faster than you, you can't push the objective quick enough. You can go, the only way possible would be to just push it one click each pass. And so you'd spend legitimately 30 minutes just to beat this one little area. And that's terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry to the dev out there that made this, but this is the first 0 out of 10 for this whole series. This is not a game. This is just a pain in the ass. All right, well, on to the next one. Oh, wow. Twice in 1 week, we're getting a forced minimized game. Well, I mean, the other one was pretty good, so maybe this one will be too. But we got 1,000 and 1,000 Mimico. Oh, and just like the other one, I can't use the mouse. So is this going to be another one that's like RPG Maker? Running from far away. So what is actually happening? Z is interact. D is Cal. Oh, F5, full screen. Hey! I never would have guessed F5 for that. All right, well, that's extra points right there. So that's what the cow button does. So I'm trapped in a mini mall. What is that? It'll only open in case of an emergency. So do I have to set off a fire alarm to get that? Something I could think of. So where would a fire alarm be? What have I not checked? What is that? Oh, there's the fire alarm. Well, this is where that guy said he was headed. I should check the next floor. I'm locked in. Okay. Oh, I thought it was a animation. I mean, I want to at least have one combat session other than tutorial. Never taught them how to. I guess I just had to go talk to everybody. How am I supposed to know? The hex code of the grass? Curse of the Injerto. I knew you were a bad guy. Okay, well, that one had my hopes up at the start, because just seeing the RPG menus made me think it was going to be an RPG. And while I did comment that an RPG lives or dies by its story, the fact that we're this far in without a single fight other than that little intro, it doesn't really feel like my kind of RPG. I mean, story, it does have to have a good story, yes, but still grinding combat is what made an RPG back in the day. The art style's not my taste, but I know there's a lot of people that do like this kind of art style, so I can see that being popular. It does feel like a complete game. I will give it that. It does not feel incomplete, but that's the highest praise I can give it. So for me, this one's going to be a 5 out of 10. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so before we go into the last game for today, I need to talk about this for a little bit, because I've said all along in this series that I'm mainly just going to be looking at the smaller indie games that never gets any attention. That was the purpose of this video, the series. However, as I was going through downloading the games this week, I noticed that one of them was taking an obscene amount of time compared to the others. Most of the games being 300 to 400 megabytes in most cases. And this one, I left the room, came back, and it was only at 1%. And wouldn't you know, it was a 99 gigabyte game. Well, that threw me off to begin with. Obviously, this is not an indie developed game. And it is Where the Winds Meet, which I had never heard of. None of my friends have ever heard of. Nobody I've asked about it has ever heard of this game. So I don't know if it was just not advertised well in my area or what, but it is a full AAA title MMORPG produced by NetEase, the same people who created Marvel Rivals, which is currently in contention for Game of the Year. So since I've already downloaded it, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it, but I honestly don't know if it's fair to have it in contention for the Game of the Week. So for this week, I will go ahead and include it in with the reviews. And y'all just let me know down in the comments in the future if y'all want me to go ahead and review them with the others. Because, I mean, it is technically a free Steam game that was released this week along with the others. So I'll leave that up to y'all whether or not it should still be in contention with these smaller creators. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at Where the Winds Meet. Where Winds Meet. Please read before playing, and then immediately skips it. Ooh. Well, right off the bat, the graphics look nice. It's a strangely long loading screen. Unable to connect to server. Well, that's a little bit concerning right off the bat. Guidance mode? I've never seen that setting in a game before. I guess just middle of the road since we're doing this as a test. Oh, okay. It gives you the example here. So that gives like the distance to objectives. So if you want more to complete the quest, do that. We're just wanting, if I was just playing to play, I would do minimal, but this is for an example. So let's do moderate.
They even brought out the fire cannons.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I moved the camera with right click. Okay. Yeah, it already hit him. Okay. That camera control is going to take a little bit of getting used to.
Even the Aria Pavilion takes interest? You're in more trouble than I thought.
Why is there meteors flying at me?
Look at that. Yang Yan, the stone-faced hero, finds humor in desperation.
Yeah, I definitely am going to have to redo my keybinds. Can I do that here? Nope. Press Q to attack. Yeah, no, this will 100% be easier with a controller. Oh, shoot. So there is limited endurance. Okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, these controls, I don't like them. I will be hooking up a controller as soon as I finish this. Why did that bug just crawl in his ear? Did time just rewind? Yes, yes it did. No, time went forward.
When will you finally let me go out there? The North Alliance and lots of new sects too. Oh, I heard some can use moves from every sect. They were put in the Wulin Journal and became heroes in the Jianghu.
Okay, so this is like the class system. There's like a bard, cartographer,
As long as I keep practicing, I know I can.
drunken monk maybe?
I'll join you, Uncle Jiang. Just like the heroes in the merchant stories. We'll roam the Jianghu together. Huh?
Okay, now I get to actually create a character. So am I that kid or just some random person? How is this a popular pre-made one? Somebody seriously tried to make SpongeBob in here. Well, that right there, I guess, shows you the level of customization, at least. The fact that someone made that monstrosity. I'm not going to lie. I do like the system where you can take popular ones that other people have made as a starting point, though. That... What is that? Megamind? Yeah. Let's just throw in one of the defaults. And this is a nice little detail here. If you do choose to skip the cutscenes, it gives you the cliff notes that you can just skim through. Alright, so with the controller, squares, regular attack, X jump, dodge. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be much better with the controller.
This symbol.
Whoa, is that a secret code? This is some hero meetup spot, isn't it?
The man in black took. I should look inside.
Ah! The aim assist threw me off. Okay. I do think I like the spear more. Alright, so I was planning to play through this a bit more before giving an assessment and try to see more about the crafting and the story and the multiplayer functions and all that. But I can already tell that there's no point in doing this game in this video series. One, because if I have to compare it to the other games, it would just be a guaranteed 10. It is so far beyond the other ones I've been reviewing, it's not even funny. And second, I can already tell that I would have to put at least, I'd say, a minimum of 10 to 15 hours into this game before I could give it a fair review. And simply not going to have time for that at the moment. So I'm probably going to set this one on the back burner for now and maybe do a full video about this game at some point in the future. So for now, I'm just going to have to take this one off the list and mark it as not applicable. Definitely looks like a good game, though. My only complaint so far is just how many cutscenes they are. But again, not only are they skippable, but it does give you a summary at the end, so it doesn't hurt even if you do skip it. Well, let's go ahead and move on with the video then. All right, so we have now reached the end of another week, and it's time to announce our winner. Definitely felt a little bit weird this week, both because some of the better games all had annoying bugs about them, and then of course you had Where Winds Meet thrown in there, which still not sure how I feel about having that one in there. But for this week, we do have a clear winner with the Witch's Fabulous Cracker Show. Very strange storyline, very chaotic altogether, and for me, it's just a blast of nostalgia because I'm genuinely questioning whether or not they made it with RPG Maker 2000. And for those of y'all don't know, it was an emulator 25 years ago where people could make their own video games. They had pre-made assets and mechanics, and it looked identical to this game. So that's just a blast from the past for me. My only real complaint about it is the forced window size, which I'm sure there's a workaround somewhere. If nothing else, you could zoom in your screen as you played. That, and I feel like there should be some kind of combat in it other than just like dodging the enemy. But at the same time, I did enjoy it. It was very strange. No denying that. It was very strange. But definitely enjoyable, especially compared to some of the others. So, with that said, our winner has been decided. Now, comments from last week, someone had requested I start putting in a recap of all the scores from the week, so I'll start doing that here at the end. Here you go. This is our results from this week. So that's going to be all for now. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hey, according to YouTube, 98% of y'all watching are not subscribed, so hit that button if you want to see more. But for now, y'all have a good one.